Of all 6 lines on the Washington, D.C. Metro, the Silver Line easily has the most complicated service pattern. On a normal service day, eastbound trains alternate whether they travel to downtown Largo or New Carrollton, while westbound trains terminate at Ashburn. Well, most westbound trains. And no, I'm not talking about those trains a while back that would go out of service at Wheeler-Reston East. Let's take the once per weekday westbound Silver Line train that terminates at Washington Dulles International Airport instead of Ashburn.
Hello from the platform at Innovation Center. This is the direction towards Ashburn. On the other side, you can get trains into DC and places further. However, trains on this side run to Ashburn and Ashburn only, right? Well, in just a few minutes, of course, the sign just changed. We have a train to Dulles Airport right up there. In just a few minutes, we'll be getting that, taking it to Dulles, seeing what a short-turning train on the Silver Line looks like. I've never actually ridden the one that stops at Dulles, because they do have a yard track there. They can take it out of service if they need to. So we'll wait in a few, and we'll be getting on that train one stop. So on the sign, they've got normal information for Ashburn, but down here, later trains, the Dulles Airport train just goes off the rectangle because I guess the name is so long. So we're gonna let this train pass in 3 minutes and then grab the one in 6 minutes. So for some more context, downtown's here. We're here at Innovation Center though, and we're gonna take the Silver Line one stop to Dulles Airport. So hopefully we'll hear the last stop announcement. We will see.
The reason a short run just to Dulles is practical is the fact that there's an entrance to the Dulles rail yard west of Dulles Airport Station, but before you reach Loudoun Gateway. So a regular westbound Silver Line train going to the yard would have to serve Dulles, pass the yard entrance, then serve Loudoun Gateway in Ashburn before clearing all passengers from the train and changing operating cabs, and then traveling back in the way it just came, passing Loudoun Gateway and then entering the yard. That's a lot of time and space taken by just this one train, especially if there are other trains in front of or behind it. Instead, when the schedule has a high amount of trains in a short period of time like this, a westbound train can have all passengers disembark at Dulles Airport before running straight into the Dulles rail yard, with no reversing process required. At least I presume it runs into the yard. It would make almost no sense for a train to do the reversing process without any passengers at Ashburn or Loudoun Gateway. So while I don't have an official answer for why this train that ends at Dulles exists, the easier rail yard entry seems to be the most logical reason.
I have your attention, customers. Wet weather conditions may cause some areas to be slippery. When using the escalators and stairways, please hold the handrails firmly. Also, do not run, jump, or play on the escalators or stairs. Please watch your step as you travel throughout the Metro rail system.
Everyone else on this platform on this side just got on the train, so I'm the only one waiting through this one, I think. Alright, so that train just left, and there's a train to Dulles in 2 minutes. There it is. It exists. The Dulles Airport train.
Silver Line train, next on the last stop in Dulles International Airport.
Oh yeah, next one's last stop.
Step back, doors closing.
What better car to film this in than this? 3029? I think the purpose of this is to get trains off the system after peak times, or to just short-term them to do headway management and get service to really where they need it. So as we pull to Dulles, we'll see what happens. This is the last stop. The operator just announced this is the last stop, so everyone will get off here. I don't know if they'll run it back to the direction, or if they will just run it into the yard. One of either of those could happen.
Ooh, just turned off the screens.
Last stop. Train is now out of service. All passengers must enter the train once the train gets on a platform.
Yeah, just like that. No passengers. I think he's sweeping for anyone left behind, so he was sitting back at the train car. I guess they just got to sweep the car before they bring it into the yard, so my guess is they're bringing it into the yard. Make sure there's no one on board. Also, the initiative they're doing to not take luggage on the escalators, so interesting. Elevator's probably better anyway. So yeah, it looks like they were just taking the train out of service, put it back in the yard. I guess they're done with that one for the day, which makes sense. I mean, they had multiple employees clear the train, make sure there's no one on board. Seems pretty standard. Yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on the luggage bollard? That they don't want people taking luggage in the escalator. Let me know in the comments.
So if you want to ride this train that terminates at Dulles Airport as of May 2026, it runs once per weekday, departing New Carrollton at 6:12 p.m. on weekdays. It reaches Innovation Center at about 7:24 p.m. and goes out of service just a few minutes later as it reaches Dulles Airport, before departing to the west out of service with no passengers towards the yard. Of course, schedules are always subject to change. Also, there are eastbound trains that originate at Dulles Airport in the very early morning when the metro first opens for the day. So Dulles Airport, despite not being a terminus for any metro line, sees the train right when the system opens. I think this might just be because the Silver Line is so long, combined with that easy rail yard access, because the first westbound train that reaches Ashburn for the day actually originates at McLean, presumably from the yard by West Falls Church, never even coming close to Washington, D.C. Needless to say, there are other unusual trains that don't run the whole length of their line, but it's always cool when you find them. Let me know in the comments if you have been on this train, or if you know of any other scheduling oddities like this. Like and or subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your week.